We welcome you to another live edition of the Sports Box, brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And by our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and check them out at www.crowdplayapp.com for details. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cage by IQ. I'm your host, D-Bake. Tonight we will be recapping PFL for 2021, which was headlined by a special matchup between Claressa Shields going up against Brittney Elkin. The first fight that we have on hand was a matchup in the featherweights between Loughnane, who defeated Tyler Diamond by majority decision. He gained 3 points in this to move to 9 points, guaranteed himself a spot in the playoff, while Tyler Diamond took the loss and stayed at 3 and misses the playoffs by just a few points. This was a tough matchup for both fighters. Tyler Diamond took a lot of damage. He started out the fight early, dictating the pace, pushing forward really fast, and then just putting Loughnane on his back foot. But every time he kept on trying to swing, he wasn't getting much action. And it took a little while for Loughnane to get going. But he got the leg kicks going, which slowed down Diamond. And that's when he came in with the explosion of throwing shots at Diamond from the back foot. He had so many chances in the first couple rounds to finish Diamond. He must have hit him over 60 times. He had a chance to finish him, but the iron chin that Tyler Diamond had, he didn't go away. Whenever he thought he was about to get finished, he'd do something to just keep the fight going. He got back up, and then Loughnane was getting tired at the end of the first round and then in parts of the second, and Tyler Diamond came back, started taking him down, throwing punches at him, but it wasn't enough because Loughnane just kept on taking him, switching it off, getting back up, and landing more shots on him. And in the end, Loughnane picked up a hard-fought majority victory over Tyler Diamond. And then they interviewed him afterwards and said, "That guy is tough as shit. That was a hard fight. I got to get back to the drawing board. My coaches are mad at me, but we made the playoffs. And we're going to learn from this fight and be well prepared in August to fight for them $1 million. So congrats to Loughnane on getting 9 points in his 2 fights and advancing to the next round to the playoffs of PFL 2021. And the next fight that we have on you, we had a featherweight fight between Bubba Jenkins, who defeated Bobby Moffett by unanimous decision. With the unanimous decision victory, Bobby Jenkins gained 3 points and moved to 6 points overall, which guaranteed him a spot in the playoff. And Bobby Moffett, who came in on this fight as a replacement, got the loss, so he stays at 0 points. Early on in the first 2 rounds, it was basically what you expected from Bubba Jenkins. He came in strong. It was taking down Bobby Moffett, and he was pressuring him, just hitting him with shots, but more so just pressuring him, getting him down, and ground pound him. But then in the second round, it came in with a flying knee right away, and it came inches away from connecting, which would have probably finished Bobby Moffett. But he had to grind out for those first 2 rounds, which he took. Then the third round, Bobby Moffett came alive, started getting him with combinations and kicks, and even came close to tiring out Bubba Jenkins. But Bubba Jenkins weathered the storm, covered him up late, and was able to pick up the 2 rounds to 1 unanimous decision victory to move him into the playoffs at the 3rd seed position as of right now, with 1 fight left in a couple weeks due to matchups getting moved to another card. But at this rate, Bubba Jenkins is joining Loughnane in the playoffs. and he's ready and able to go, because at this point, with the type of grinding style that he has, all he has to do is win his matchups now instead of points. So good luck to Bubba Jenkins moving forward, as he won this by unanimous decision victory. In the third matchup on the card, we had Clay Cotter in a lightweight matchup where he inched out and defeated Joltan Lutterbach by unanimous decision victory. When they did the weigh-ins, Joltan didn't weigh in right, so no matter what, he wasn't going to be guaranteed points in this matchup. So he had nothing to lose in putting on a great performance. And even though he lost, that's what he did. There's a lot of people that could have went either way with this matchup, because Clay Cotter got taken down 8 times in this fight. And Joltan just looked really good with controlling what Clay Cotter was doing when he was taking him down. The problem was, when he took him down, Joltan Lutterbach wasn't doing that much damage. He was just taking him down, kind of grinding him down and keeping him down. But when the fight was standing up, Clay Cotter was piecing him up with kicks and jabs and punches. And at the end, he wound up beating him in the striking category 90 to 45, I believe it was. So he had doubled the damage and squeaked out a 2-1 round unanimous decision victory over Joltan Lutterbach. Had Lutterbach would have done a little bit of damage on the ground when he had him down, this could have been a different story. But just because you take him down and you hold him down doesn't mean you're going to get all the points. Joltan was able to get the first round because he was doing a little bit of damage on the ground, and he was being affected, and he limited Clay Cotter what he was doing. But in rounds 2 and 3, he didn't do enough in the judges' eyes, damage-wise, because he was just taking him down. And Clay Cotter definitely won round 2, and then round 3, Joltan did have that one nice kick that froze Cotter, but other than that, he didn't do that much damage. Cotter did a lot more damage in round 3, like he did in round 2, and he stole that win from Lutterbach, and he moves to 6 points in the playoffs and secured himself a spot in the lightweight playoffs, which is a really good considering Clay Cotter was an afterthought in his tournament with his first fight being against Anthony Pettis, but he makes it. He moves to 2-0, and he moves to the elimination round in the playoffs where anything can go. But with 6 points, like I said before, Clay Cotter moves into the playoffs of the PFL. In the main event special matchup on PFL 4, we had a women's lightweight showcase fight between Claressa Shields, who defeated Brittney Elkin by 3rd round TKO. This was a stunning victory for Claressa Shields, who was again dominated in the first 2 rounds by Brittney Elkin. When the fight was standing up, it was pretty clear that Shields was have the best of luck of the two on the feet. But in the first 2 rounds, Brittney Elkin was able to shoot on in and get takedowns and basically just keep her down for majority of the first 2 rounds, and then did a little bit of damage on the ground. She nearly had a submission at one point, but she didn't get it, and she just chose to lay down and apply pressure and do as least damage as possible, since Shields was making sure that she was defending the shots. And then at the end of the second round, with basically knowing that Brittney Elkin was going to win the second round and be up 2 rounds to none, Shields was able to get out with 10 seconds left and do a little bit of damage to the face of Elkins, which seemed to affect her a lot, because coming out round 3, she looked a little sluggish, and she was looking just content with just trying to get Shields down. But Shields had a lot of energy still. She was able to stuff the 2 attempts in round 3 that Elkins had. And then on the second attempt, she was able to put down Elkins and was able to lay shots on Elkin, which Elkins just seemed like she couldn't take any of the damage and was content laying down and just trying to keep herself alive to win by unanimous decision. But Claressa Shields was hungry as ever to get the knockout. She got into a position where it looked like she was getting taken down, but she moved to the side, got out, and started wearing that Elkins with about 2-3 minutes left in the third round. And the judge, and the referee stopped the fight because she wasn't defending herself and gave the third round knockout to Claressa Shields, which gives her her first MMA victory inside the octagon in this showcase fight. For being her first fight, I thought it was a pretty decent job. She was able to weather the storm several times, being taken down. She has work to do with defending the takedown, but because it's her first fight, I'm not going to be too critical of her because she has a lot in her to learn, and her striking and her composure were on point with it, and she was able to pick up her first victory inside the octagon with the third round victory over Brittney Elkin, who is the more experienced MMA fighter. That will do it for this PFL 4 2021 recap video by yours truly, D-Bake of Cage My IQ. As you know, this is Cage My IQ, the best place for MMA content. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at the handles to the left. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as we put out videos almost every other day, whether it's preview or recap videos or interviews. We're the place to go to for content in the world of MMA, as we do it for PFL, UFC, Bellator, and One Championship. And once again, before we get going, we have 3 sponsors for you. The first one is 99 Jersey. Use promo code SportsBoxShow20 at checkout to receive 20% off your next purchase. Then we got Oddsjam. Go to the link in our bio so you never miss a bet again. Just go to our link, click it, sign up to Oddsjam, and never lose a bet again, as Oddsjam is the place to go to make risk-free bets that you never want to lose. They have the Arbitrator Calculator that helps you out with your bets, and then you can choose from all the different sites and pick the best odds to make sure you get the most money on the winning odds that you put down. So once again, Oddsjam, go to the link in the bio so you never miss a bet again. And then lastly, we have High Tide Herbal. Use promo code CageMyIQ at checkout, CageMyIQ10 at checkout to receive 10% off your next order. These guys are health enthusiasts who believe in creating a world with sustainable, all-natural health and wellness. They are fully dedicated to creating environmentally conscious products that generate results, and all the products contain CBD in them. So they're in the field of helping athletes get better and recover faster. So once again, this is High Tide Herbal. Use promo code CageMyIQ10 at checkout to receive 10% off your next purchase. That will do it for this episode. Once again, I'm your host, D-Bake, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for watching this episode of Cage My IQ on the Sports Box. Please remember to follow us on all of our social media outlets. On Facebook at SportsBox Show, Twitter at SportsBox Show, Instagram at The SportsBox Show. Find us on YouTube and join Outside the Box, our Facebook sports discussion group. The Sports Box is brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And also our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and use promo code THEBOX at sign up for 10 free points. Thank you for joining us.